Welcome back to another anime review. Here we're reviewing the anime known as Chitose Is in the Ramune Bottle. Saku Chitose appears to be a level-headed high school life. He is extremely charismatic, terminally confident, effortlessly friendly. He is the kind of person often naturally people look up to, but his popularity carried its own burden. Not everyone views him kindly, and whispers of cynicism follows him whenever he shines too brightly. To Saka, living an ugly life is worse than death. A belief that drives his need to maintain his perfect reputation. At the start of his second year, Saka's homeroom teacher asks him to help bring a classmate back who stops attending school. Intentionally, he hopes to reveal the matter quickly. Sasuke finds out that shedding Kenta harbors open contentment for him and everything he represents. And simple favor instead exposes the distance between those who live within the social light and those who never give a chance to shine. Surrounded by the expectation gaze of those who both admire and despise him, Sakura turns the delicate line between sincerity and performance, searching for what it truly means to live beautifully in a world that only sees the surface. This anime has about 13 episodes, premiered October 7th to, I would say, January of this year, February, but on the MLA list, it doesn't really give an end date. It's based off a light novel, comedy, romance, and themes are harem and school. Each episode 25 minutes is rated PG-13. And what I'm basically getting from this anime, and there's also a part two to it, to season one. So what I'm getting is you're having a guy who basically seems to be the perfect reputation of a student, but in hindsight, he is resented by those who view him as too perfect, which is kind of like not really like the case we're going for. But in this case, high school, you can't really please everybody. And I feel for him because you have this guy who's trying to be the perfect role model, but there are still people who literally despise him for being too perfect. I think also this anime normally puts the usual high school protagonist moment on its head, and I like the different approach to this. Instead of the typical shy introvert loner who madly tries to harm by being mysterious and passive, we get our main protagonist who's confident, popular, socially skilled guy who's already top of the food chain. Honestly, it's refreshing. I can get seeing some people don't like this type of vibe because it's hard to self-insert when the MC isn't reflecting of your awkward teenage self. But this is kind of the point. Not every story needs to be a mirror. Sometimes it's fun to step into someone else's shoes, even if they're, you know, it doesn't always seem that their life is always perfect put together. I think overall it's kind of a refreshing take to have on an anime where everything's not going perfectly the MC way. And I think this was a good way to view this anime in a sense, especially with the protagonist having to have this delicate fine line of being perfect and bad when in actuality he has enemies and admirers on both fronts. But overall, I think I kind of like the plot of the story, but I don't get too much away of how he well balanced this turmoil he's dealing with high school. But I give this a 7.3 out of 10. But let me know what you think in the comments below because if you want to find out more about his struggles and battles in high school life, you just got to watch the anime for yourself because here, no spoilers. But until then, I will see you soon with an anime review. Until then, bye.